Once again, here's your host, Jamie Meloni.
Welcome back to That Business Show. Jamie Meloni, where business becomes show business. Also, a reminder of the upcoming Business Symposium on October 28th. Tickets available, $39 for Tampa Bay business owner members and $59 for non-members. So head over to tampabayradio.com or tbbo.org/symposium and pick up the tickets. Also, we have sponsorships starting at just $150. You can get a ticket to the program, which includes lunch, and you can become a lunch table sponsor. And what that entails is marketing materials on the lunch tables with your logo and mention during the event, and you get to lead the table discussions during lunch. So a good way to get your brand in front of some 400 people, which will be expected at the event. And again, you can learn more over at tbbo.org/symposium, or you can just send us a message directly if you'd like to talk about bigger sponsorship options as well. So always available. Jamie at tampabayradio.com is my direct email address. Next guest for the program is Grant Baxley, President and CEO of TeleVoIPs, Hosted Voice Solutions. Learn more at televoips.com. Grant, welcome to the program today.
Thank you.
So, first off, tell us what TeleVoIPs is. What is all this?
Sure. We're a local telephone company here in the Tampa Bay area. We focus on Tampa Bay, but we're also in 22 states. We provide voice over IP solutions. If you don't know what voice over IP is, we use the internet to make phone calls, but we're a little more than that. We provide advanced solutions for call centers, for service centers, for sales teams, being able to report on your calls, monitor calls, tons of features.
When did this technology come to market? Was this when I started seeing those Vonage commercials, when this technology started to hit? When did all this come together?
Yeah, I mean, voice over IP has been around for a while, but you know, everything's dependent on your internet connection. So not until probably about 2007 to 2008 did you really see the voice over IP start taking off. So we actually started our solutions in 2009 because we've had some good solid internet providers in the area here. With voice over IP, that's the biggest part of it, is making sure that your internet connection is good. With my background as an IT company first, we started that in 2004. You know, we have the skills that it takes to actually create that great quality of service. So in addition to the internet connection, we can prioritize voice packets on your router to make sure that the voice is always crystal clear.
Now, you say it depends on the internet connection. Does it need a certain upload-download speed? Does it depend on that? I mean, what do you need to know about your internet connection to know if this is a product you could use?
Well, a phone call itself is only 30 to 60 kilobits per second. So, I mean, there's not a lot of need there. But the problem is if you have a lot of users on the network, you're going to overutilize the bandwidth that you have. So you got to make sure and prioritize those packets first before you actually can have good quality service. And we do that at your router level.
So you're the guy that provides services to telemarketers who are always trying to sell me watches and trips to Boca Raton?
We do a little more than them, but we actually do have a couple call centers clients.
Is this technology?
Where's the gun guy again?
Is this technology similar to when it says use Wi-Fi for calling when you're in a Wi-Fi area? Is that the same technology that's being used when you're using the voice over IP?
Yeah, from your cell phone, you have the Wi-Fi calling capabilities. That is a type of voice over IP. I believe that's a voice over LTE, Volt is what they call that. But yeah, we do it traditionally for solid network connections over fiber or cable. You know, we've got two great providers in the area for internet service. I mean, it's a little rocky right now with some of the transitions that happen.
I was going to say, the Frontier transition, is it impacted your business? Obviously, with outages, you're out too. I mean, is there anything you can do? Is there a backup system when the internet is down in the office for the voice over IP?
Absolutely. In fact, it's actually been good for our business because we have the ability to send calls over any internet connection. So when, let's say, Frontier was down, we were actually able to send calls over a backup internet connection that the client had, or we were able to send them to their actual cell phones with our auto failover feature. So we were able to save a lot of clients, a lot of missed calls during those outages that were happening during that April 1st
So who is a user of voice over IP technology? I mean, you could have different people in your network and or business in different areas of the state, and it looks like when they call, it comes from like a central location. Am I understanding that? So it could look like you're calling from a building, so it kind of gives that structured look to the business. But what are some of the other benefits of voice over IP?
Yeah, well, that is a big benefit. Being able to work from anywhere under one business. We in the past we had a client that their office, they were moving into a new office, and they were already scheduled to port over to us, but their new office burnt down. So we had to actually set up each one of their employees to work from home so that they can function as a business. And we were able to do that with voice over IP. When they call out, it's the single business number. You don't have to use the rollover lines anymore. And with us, you never get a busy signal. One of the other things that our clients appreciate is, over those weekends where you may have a great sales call that you miss out on, we call it never miss a call. We actually will ring your cell phone over the weekend so you don't miss those calls. So it's our follow me feature. And then once they leave that voicemail, it's emailed to you. So you always have access to your voicemails rather than coming in on Monday and realizing you missed that great opportunity on Saturday.
Now, are these phones, when you come into an office, are you bringing actual desktop-looking phones, landline-looking phones, and then they sit there? Do they work through the standard telephone jack, or do they just plug into the Ethernet cable? How do they connect?
Sure. So they do look like standard phones. We have ones that are color screen. We have ones that
There's one on the website, as a matter of fact.
There's one right there.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
Yep, that's our actual best-selling model right there. Color screen. Some of our phones have video cameras built in, so you can do video conferencing from our phones. But they do act like a traditional phone, but it is a computer inside. So instead of using the traditional analog jack, the smaller jack, you're going to be using the Cat5 jack, which is what your computer uses. Now, what's neat about these phones is you don't have to actually run a separate line for them. You can actually run that same jack to your phone and then from the phone to the computer, so it doesn't require any additional wiring in your office.
Now, how does long distance come into play with these phones? You can call across the country through your internet, and there's no charge for that, obviously. What about when you're calling overseas to different countries? How does that work?
Yeah, absolutely. We provide long distance included in all of our plans, and our rates are so much better than the national providers for international dialing. So for us, with us, you get local and long distance to we call it US 48. Excludes Alaska and Hawaii, but all the other rates you'll see are so much better than some of the big carriers out there.
So why would somebody then go to traditional landline services versus going to the voice over IP? I mean, what are some of the disadvantages maybe of voice over IP? Is it just you're dependent upon the internet connection?
Well, I think it's the fear of the unknown for still people today. I mean, they don't know what voice over IP can do for them, and what they're scared. Oh, I've heard bad things about voice over IP in the past, and it is still true. If you don't have a good internet connection, you're not going to have a good experience. Or if you don't have someone that's talented to be able to prioritize that traffic on your network, you're going to have issues. So people have been burned in the past, and they switch to a national provider. Say they get shipped phones, they plug them into their network, and that's it. They're on their own. With us, we're a lot different. We'll actually come on site. We'll do the install. We'll train the users. We'll actually log into the router, make those changes, work with the IT company, make sure there's no off-site backups going during the day that could affect them. There are a lot of things like that.
It seems like the only real downside is if your internet service is out, right?
Right.
But there's a solution even then, as he was getting at, right?
Yeah, even then we can fill
brings to my next question, though. I mean, is there a cell phone option for what you do? I mean, could you transfer, the network to everybody's cell phone and kind of run it the same way?
Yeah, absolutely. We have clients that don't even have a desk phone up with us. They have a hosted auto attendant that then rings to their cell phones, multiple cell phones at a time. We also have a mobile app that lets you call out from your cell phone with your business caller ID.
So people you can have 5 cell phones in the field, and people can call from their cell phone, and it would say, Meloni Productions or whatever they want it to say on the other end of the phone?
Absolutely, yep. And the mobile app even allows you to see your call history as well. So anybody that's called into the main number. And then we also offer text messaging services as well through the mobile app.
All right, interesting. So how does the sound quality coming through these phones, is there any difference versus traditional landlines that you can notice?
Actually, yes. We have HD sound, which is most of the times way better than your traditional phone service. And even at our mobile app, we've modeled our mobile app after Google Voice, which uses cell phone towers rather than dependent on your data plan. You never know what kind of data you're going to have on your cell phone, right? You may be in a 3G area, right, or maybe be in a spotty Wi-Fi connection. But what we do is we make it so that the call goes over the cell phone like a regular cell phone call. So our calls on our mobile app will always be the same as or better than your call quality on your cell phone.
So it's got to be better than Facebook Messenger then, right?
Absolutely.
Because that stuff is choppy, my friend.
How do your voice over IP plans work? Is this an annual plan, monthly? How does all that come together?
Well, it's monthly. We've decided not to be like the other carriers here, even in Tampa Bay or the national carriers. We provide a month-to-month service. So that you're not stuck in these long-term contracts. That's what people don't want. What we want to do is earn your business every month. We feel very strongly about that. We don't want to sign you up for a 5-year contract and then say, well, you signed up. This is what you get. Every month we earn your business.
Do the traditional carriers offer a voice over IP solution or option as well, or are they still doing through the old technology?
Yeah, some of them do. Some of the big local carriers do. I know that some of it is outsourced. So even though you may be going with a local carrier here, you may be getting service out of California, which is a big deal. Even though that your internet connections are traveling at the speed of light, it still has a lot of a chance to have additional call qualities when you're not serviced local like us. We have all of our equipment here in the Tampa Bay downtown data center with no single point of failure.
You said that it's not just the network, but there's video chat for the network?
Yeah, so
it sounds great for like a dating website or something. You know what I mean?
We do have video phones. We're not set up for a dating website, but we do have it.
That was the clean version of the real question I wanted to ask. I was just only saying anything because Rick needed pictures. Rick, say to everybody.
All right, let me take a break here. Currently in studio with Grant Baxley, President and CEO of TeleVoIPs Hosted Voice Solutions. And so you can learn more at TeleVoIPs.com or give him a call at 813-655-5100. Again, 813-655-5100 if you're needing some hosted voice solutions for your business. I can definitely take advantage of his services as well, so I'll definitely be talking to him after the program as well. You're listening to That Business Show. Jamie Meloni, your business becomes show business.
Savvy business owners utilize technology to connect with customers, communicate among teams, and collaborate with partners. Even with advances in technology, you all know it's not infallible. Where do you turn when your technology starts working against you? Who do you depend on to keep your team productive? Don't wait until your technology fails you. Get ahead of the crisis and contact the professionals at Alpha Computing Solutions so they can show you how to keep your technology running smoothly. Visit them online at www.alphacomputing.com.
Did you know the biggest challenge business leaders face today is creating an engaged and productive workforce culture? Bill Meyer Ham Consulting wants to help you solve this challenge. They will help you transform your workforce culture to produce amazing business results. Call Bill Meyer Ham Consulting at 941-201-4650 today or visit BillMeyerHam.com. That's BillMeyerHam.com. Have a conversation. Are you in need of new flooring or ready to tackle that home remodeling project? Then contact Yeager & Company Incorporated, a family-owned, state-certified general contracting business with over 70 years of experience and the recipient of the Angie's List Super Service Award for the last 8 years in multiple categories. Yeager & Company comes to you with their shop-at-home flooring sales service, and their hardwood flooring refinishing is the very best in the Bay. Kitchen and bath design featuring American-made, well-born cabinets, and all work is done by employees, not subcontractors. Learn more at YeagerFlooring.com. What's up, business rock stars? Are you ready to bring out the CEO in you? Join Julianne Nichols, CEO of Focus on You Strategy, every other Friday on That Business Show. She'll be talking with other chief entrepreneurial officers about how they grew their businesses. Remember, you could join the conversation at Focus on You Strategies Focus Fridays Facebook group at facebook.com/groups/Focus Fridays. That's facebook.com/groups/Focus Fridays. Be the CEO of you.
I knew Mom wanted to stay at home. It's the center of her family, her life. But helping Mom stay in her home while managing mine was just too much. Honestly, it wasn't just about me. Mom didn't want me to be her caretaker. She wanted me to be her daughter. I felt so alone until I found out about Home Instead Senior Care. When we met the people at Home Instead, we just knew they were different. The experience was personal, and most importantly, for Mom and me, I get to be her daughter again.
Home Instead Senior Care. To us, it's personal.
How many times have you said to yourself, I wish there was an app for that? Stop wishing and start making the world better. Turn your brilliant idea into a profitable business by using Popcorn apps. Their affordable app design will help get your blue sky idea or proven business to the next level at a fraction of the cost of other developers. They will help you get through all the steps needed to make your thoughts become live. See them at popcornapps.com with a K in popcorn, or call them at 727-415-6705 for your free consultation and pop your kernel of an idea into $1 million business and a world changer starting today.
Have you ever tried to buy a home for your family only to find out that you don't qualify for a mortgage loan? You thought that after 20 years as a customer of your bank, they would help you when you needed it the most, right? Unfortunately, the banks of today are not the banks of our parents and grandparents, and our relationships with them just don't matter anymore. My name is Frank Cotto, and I'm the president of the Lincoln Lending Group. We all may need a bank, but we also need a Frank, and that's what I'm here to do for you today. Lincoln Lending Group will waive all of your lending fees, which include your mortgage, application fee, your underwriting fee, processing fees, and any bank points. Just call 813-MORTGAGE. You drop the E, and we'll drop the fee.
From the RP Funding Traffic Network.
Crash in Tampa on the southbound side of the Veterans Expressway near Independence. That has traffic slow from Linebaugh. Also seeing delays on northbound 275 off the Howard Franklin Bridge. Crash off to the right-hand side near those entrance ramps from State Road 60. Westbound I-4 slow from I-75 over towards MLK. Still have those big delays on southbound I-75 from just south of Brewsby Downs to around Fowler. See traffic problems? Call the injury firm of Abrahamson Uterick. Hillsborough traffic tip line 866-545-9595.
This report is brought to you by Dex Imaging. When it comes to digital copiers and printers, nobody performs like Dex. Partner with an office imaging company that puts you first. Visit them at deximaging.com. That's deximaging.com.
Partly cloudy today with a 40% chance of afternoon showers, high 88. Tonight, partly cloudy, low 75. Tomorrow, a 30% rain chance, high 89.
You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Meloni on 1250 Wins WHNZ. Missed a show? Then head over to TampaBayRadio.com, where all shows are available on demand. Once again, here's your host, Jamie Meloni.
Welcome back to That Business Show. Jamie Meloni, your business becomes show business. Talking with Grant Baxley, President and CEO of TeleVoIPs, and learn more at TeleVoIPs.com. And Grant, you also partner with other IT companies in the area. Tell me about some of your partnerships.
Absolutely. So we, as running my own IT practice for the last 10 years, we just sold it in 2014. We realized that the IT companies are really in the ear of the business owner. They're that trusted relationship that people look to now that telephones are part of the network. So we depend on our IT partners to actually bring us into their clients. And rather than the IT companies just referring some national company or someone that they don't trust, we get brought in and we show them how we really treat their client. Back when I had the IT company, it was very difficult to maintain those relationships with IT guys because they thought we were going to take their business. Now that's out of the picture, and we've been very successful with that model. So
you had an IT company that you built up and sold, and you started TeleVoIPs. Why did you, if you had one company going, why did you just sell that one and start a new one? It was just was time for a change?
Yeah, well, I really enjoy what I do with TeleVoIPs. Definitely needed to be focused on as well. I had started Infinity Computer Solutions back in 2004. While attending USF. Go Bulls.
I'm a Bull too, I hear that.
But I did it for a long time, and I really enjoyed
Full of Bull. Sorry.
I did it for a long time, and I really enjoyed IT work, but it is very demanding, and I had a lot of plans for TeleVoIPs, and to be able to do that, I needed to focus on it. So as soon as we sold the IT business, I was able to build out a new portal where you can automatically register new phone numbers through us, look in different area codes, what's available. We were able to come out with our mobile app, really focus on TeleVoIPs, make it the best.
And why did you go into voice over IP? And now, because I'm a little bit unclear, is this a franchise? Are there other major providers of voice over IP? I mean, how does the marketplace for your competition out there?
Well, so it's our business. We built it from the ground up. But the reason why I did it is because I realized the potential. Okay. When I was an IT guy, I would get the requests all the time saying, Grant, I've heard about this voice over IP stuff. What is it? What can you do for me? Heard it can save me some money. So back in 2008, I had my first client. I said, I'll figure it out for you. Let me see what I can do, you know. So I did that, and I reduced his bill by like 80%. 80% of his phone bill. It was over $1,000 a month, you know. So I mean, just seeing that big change in being able to save our clients that much money.
But how do you go into being a phone company? Is what I'm trying to get at. How does it's like a network? Isn't that dependent on all kinds of wires and connections and all this stuff? How did you go into like voice over IP? That's what I'm trying to understand. How did you know to go that direction?
Well, with my IT background, we were able to build a high available platform for our voice over IP solutions. But at the end of the day, people do ask me that, Grant, how did you become a phone company, right?
That's right, yeah.
Well, it's that relationship that I built with the IT I as an IT guy with my clients, you know, they trusted me. They knew what I was capable of doing because I was already doing so much for them.
And all you needed was an internet connection. I mean, that's all. And then you needed a phone, I guess, from a company that made the phone, correct?
Yeah, so there's a lot of phone choices out there, and I tested almost all of them. I wanted to find out what was the best, what worked the best for our clients. And at the client level, you do just need an internet connection, but the quality service on the router, and then the most important thing is how we actually host our servers. So we actually vetted out many data centers before we actually chose the right one for our business. And it turns out the data center we're in actually has a ton of VoIP companies in it. So I think I chose the right one.
What's the future of your company look like? Has any of the major phone companies approached you, or is that on the horizon? Do you think you'll eventually be approached to be bought out, or are you going to keep growing this company and competing? What's the future look like for your company?
We have been approached, but I have no intentions of selling. We love what we do. We want to grow this to different cities. But we want to maintain our locality in those cities. So when we grow to our next city, say we go to Orlando or Jacksonville, we want to make sure that we're actually local in there, boots on the ground. We don't want to become a national provider that just drop ships phones and just says good luck or outsources our support, that kind of thing. But we love the Tampa Bay area. Big focus for me here. Love what we're doing with the city, and we want to be a big part of that.
Very cool.
Yeah, this product sounds like it would be great for radio and television broadcasting and stuff like that. Are there any opportunities for you to get involved? I mean, a lot of the times phone calls drop during live radio, and it seems like that your connection's a lot more secure than the regular landline.
Yeah, absolutely. And speaking of secure, we actually do a lot of stuff for medical offices. We're HIPAA compliant. But with us, you never get a busy signal. So every call that comes into your office, you can handle. We recently switched over a client that was getting a lot of busy signals. They didn't realize how much money they were missing out on. And once they switched to us, they were just so impressed with how much we could handle for them. The call flow, how we played the on-hold music rather than just ringing. A lot of neat features like that.
When you call from your phone to a cell phone, how does that pan out? I mean, does it improve the phone call, or is it still choppy?
Well, the cell phone is always going to be the determining factor of that. We do provide the best quality to the cell phone, but if your cell phone is in a choppy area, you may still hear that choppiness to that voice quality. There's nothing we can do about that, but cell phone carriers are getting better, every year.
And with your landline phones there with the multiple lines that come in, so if you're on one line and somebody else rings, does the other line blink? Like if you have a different, because in the past you had to have a different phone number or something for that other line to start blinking. The multiple phones can come in, you can put one on hold and pick up the other with this system?
Absolutely. We've made it very simple for our receptionist to actually just press one button to pick up that next call. You can even see who's calling on the caller ID on that next call that's coming in. We also have a web-based virtual switchboard that you can actually see all the calls that are coming into your system, which phones are ringing. You can even see who's on the phone in real time. And as a sales manager, you can listen into those calls in real time as well. We also have a listen and whisper feature that allows you to kind of coach your employee what to say.
Wow, so this would be great for call centers and stuff like that.
Yeah, you've got solutions for all the business needs out there with these hosted voice solutions.
Yeah, it's doing a great job at helping those guys get way more annoying and more effective at being annoying.
It's funny because thanks for giving me your cell phone right before this started because I've sent it over to my telemarketer clients.
There you go. Grant Baxley, President and CEO of TeleVoIPs. Thank you so much. Good discussion.
Thank you.
And you can learn more at televoips.com or give him a call at 813-655-5100. Again, 813-655-5100 and televoips.com. Learn more about this program over at tampabayradio.com. Please connect with us on social media, facebook.com/That the Business Show, where we put up a lot of short video clips that go on throughout the show as well. And also, please connect with us on Twitter under Jamie_Meloni. We got another hour when we come back from the break. You're listening to That Business Show with Jamie Meloni, where business becomes show business.